I am back in the normal setup. I'm not on Ride Across Britain anymore, and I just wanted to do a bit of a roundup about it and just talk to you a little bit about the highs, the lows, and just more about why I did it. So first off, I have to say a massive thank you to you for just the loveliest comments, the kindest comments, like daily. There were so many, and I've still not had a chance to go through them and reply to everybody, but I will be doing that. So just thank you so much. It really was just touching to see all these lovely supportive comments. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate them, especially on the day when my mum and dad came. They loved seeing all those comments. They were just like, oh, you've just got like the nicest people that are supporting you. And I would agree with that you are just absolutely lovely. So thank you so much. And so now on to like the highs and the lows. Obviously you saw all the highs, and I guess the lows, I didn't really show them because there really weren't any lows. There were two times where I got a little bit like mardy, I guess. But yeah, I'll tell you about them now. There was one time when we were on I think I did mention this, it was like a really long drag as we came into Scotland on really bad road surface. It was it was like worse than cobbles. It was just so bad, and it was raining, it was windy, it was just and then this lovely girl was like, just come and ride with us, we'll take it in turns, we'll just like keep each other going. So that was really nice. And that was like one time where I felt a little bit like, ugh, this is not fun. And then the other time, and I feel a little bit embarrassed to admit to this, but my Garmin wasn't charging because I've got my Dynamo, and there was something with the cable, like it was just a little bit exposed, and so it wasn't charging properly. And I had like a little cry, not like a full-on cry, but I had a little couple of tears coming down my cheeks, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. Even at the time I thought this is ridiculous, but just couldn't help it. So I eventually got it fixed anyway. I just had to put some electrical tape around the wire and it was fine. Not a big deal. But yeah, I guess they were the only lows that I had. Like there weren't really any lows. There was never a point where I was like, why am I doing this? I absolutely loved it. Like you could probably see from the videos, but it was probably one of the best experiences of my life. It was just, I just loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved the routes. I loved the people. The people were amazing. I think I was so lucky having so many lovely people to ride with, and people that were kind of organising the event. Everyone was just really nice and easy to get on with and fun and just up for a laugh. And then I loved the camping. Some people, like some of you said, oh, I don't know, I'd fancy camping, like doing after those big days on the bike. But I really like camping. I think I sleep better in a tent than I do in a bed. Like I actually really enjoyed the camping aspect of it. Apart from that one morning where there was ice inside the tent, it was so cold. That was my birthday actually. But other than that, I really like camping. So that was really good. Like the event itself is so well organised and so well supported that they've always got mechanics, physios, like food, laundry. There's like decent showers, like toilets. There's just nothing that you would need extra. I was really impressed with it because that was one of the things that I was kind of most worried about, was like that aspect of it, not the riding part, but the extra stuff. So I was really impressed with it. So if you are wanting to do like a supported Land's End John O'Groat ride, then I think this is a really good one to do. So I'll leave all the links in the description if you want to go and have a look for next year's. I know a few of you have already said that you signed up to do it, so I can't wait to hear how you get on. What else? The actual riding itself, I found relatively easy, but I think that's just because I did so much training. Like you've seen that I've done so many Audaxes, and my coach had given me some specific like fatigue training so that I was doing longer like interval sessions so that I would get used to being fatigued and working with that fatigue. So yeah, I started off going really steady like throughout the week. Then the last day I just absolutely just caned it because I felt like I wasn't going to get injured and I just felt strong. And actually the last day, someone had made like a segment for every day of the ride, and on the last day I got the Queen of the Mountain, so that was quite nice to see. When I got back and looked at my Strava, it was like a little crown. I was like, ooh, what's this segment? But it was actually for the 165k ride. So So yeah, so no injuries. I got like a little bit of knee kind of, I was not it wasn't pain, it was more discomfort. I think it's just because I've been using my knees for so long. And I saw the physio, and I just basically, he put a little bit of rock tape on it. I went to bed the next day and it was fine. So I think it was just because it had just been worked a lot. But other than that, no injuries, no saddle sores, no pain, no aches. And I equally think that is because of the wonderful, magical Phil Burt, who had obviously set my bike up beforehand. I got narrower bars, he'd lifted my saddle, he'd moved the angle of it. And so honestly, zero pain. There were people, and I felt so bad for them, there were people there that were in agony. So it just goes to show like the importance of having like a proper bike fit and getting used to that bike fit doing longer rides. So I feel very grateful that I didn't have any pain or any issues or anything like that. So that was good. So thank you very much, Phil. What else is there to talk about? I guess the only other thing to talk about now is that I've not really mentioned this, is the charity that I rode this for. And you'll have seen in previous videos that I have mentioned them before. They're called Empowered People, and basically it's a charity which is really local to me, and I just think what they do is amazing. So basically they create specially made and fitted bikes for people with disabilities. So I just think what they do is, like I've just said, amazing, and I really appreciate what they do. So Simon set this up, and I'm going to leave all the donation links below if you want to donate a couple of pounds or something. I'd really appreciate it, and I know they would really appreciate it. But yeah, so I think it's one of those things that for me, I kind of sometimes take cycling for granted, and I guess you never know when your circumstances are going to change, and they ensure that people who have cycled in the past or are wanting to cycle are able to, regardless of how their physical ability has changed. And so I just really appreciate what they do, and I think we never know when we might, need something like that. And so that's why I chose that charity, because they're just great people doing great things for cyclists. So I'm going to leave all the links below. So if you have enjoyed watching the videos and would want to just donate £1 or £2, then I would really appreciate it. And I know that Simon would really, really appreciate it, because the bikes are quite expensive, like per bike, to build, because they are specially made for that person. So that is that, and I guess that is pretty much it about Ride Across Britain. It was just such a beautiful, incredible, exciting experience, and I'm so glad that I got to share it with you, like with the daily videos, because equally for you, it's nice for me to look back on and like remember every day and the fun that we had. So thank you again for all your lovely comments, and yeah, I will definitely be doing more style of rides like that. I'm going to go back to Scotland next year, definitely, and do a big ride around there, 100%. And I will be taking the camera and you along, of course. So yeah, I guess that is it for this video. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.